serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP TV 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Jack Ruland in Skycam 16, meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Tim Carlson Sports. This is Newswatch 16.
You've heard of groundbreakings before. Well, how about a bridge breaking? To make way for a new bridge in Williamsport, they blew up part of the Maynard Street span today. Newswatch 16's Mark Annick says it was quite a spectacle along the Susquehanna River.
It's been standing here connecting Williamsport with South Williamsport since 1895. Now, it's a piece of history.
What are you going to do? There it goes!
With a flash, a boom, and a cheer, the Maynard Street Bridge is no more. It's being blown up to make room for a new bridge, one that's bigger and better. But before workers could set the charges, they had to take the steel deck apart with a torch and a crane. Then plastic explosives were put in place and the waiting started. People showed up by the hundreds with an equal number of cameras, along with an armada of sorts, including the tour boat Hiawatha. It carried dignitaries and the media, all to see the bridge drop in the river. What do you think it's going to be like?
Oh, I don't know. A lot of noise, big splash. I hope.
I'm pretty sure they're just going to have smoke.
They blew one not long ago. When the smoke cleared, the bridge still sit there.
But on this bridge, on this day, there was no doubt. When the smoke lifted, the bridge was all wet.
Was it worth it? I mean, everybody waited here.
Yes, it was. It was worth it. It's really neat.
And since it was that interesting, we thought we'd show it to you one more time.
What are you going to do? There it goes!
Mark Annick, Newswatch 16, Lycoming County.
For the second year in a row, special tests of Pennsylvania school children show almost 1/3 of them need special help in math and English. Students in the 3rd, 5th, and 8th grades are given the TELLS test, or tests for essential learning and literacy skills. This year, almost 30% of the state's 322,000 public school students show they need the extra help. 44,000 in both reading and math, 28,000 in reading alone, 23,700 in math only. That's a slight improvement over the first time the TELLS tests were given. In 1984, 32% of the state students taking that test needed remedial instruction.
Some homeowners in our area have been busy today cleaning up from last night's flooding. As you can see, you're about to see, there's still water today here on Naog Avenue in Scranton, and many homes in this part of the city have water in their basements or cellars. It's all because of last night's heavy downpours that moved through parts of northeastern and central Pennsylvania. To make it worse, some sewer drains were backed up, and the water had nowhere to go but down the streets. The Lackawanna River itself in Scranton was not a threat. It did rise, but nowhere near flood stage. Well, our chief meteorologist, Tom Clark, is here to answer the big question next on the Weather Watch.
Tom, will we have those heavy rains again tonight?
Yes. I'm afraid we will. Some places have had more than 4 inches of rain in the past 24 hours. When we come back, I'll tell you if it's going to dry out over the weekend. You're watching Newswatch 16 on WNEP, and we're proud to serve Broadheadsville and all of Monroe County.
Snapper, hi there. Quick and easy catcher. Easy to start. Easy cleanup. Easy to empty and easy finish.
Snapper. Our reputation goes before us.
And easy to own with Snap Credit.
See Snapper's complete line at these servicing dealers. Buy now and get valuable work-saving attachments free. Distributed by the Niemeyer Corporation in Westchester, Pennsylvania.
2 for 1. 2 for 1. 2 sets of prints for 1 low price.
Let Ray and Derrick drugstores process your film. You'll get a set to keep and a set to share. Then pick the photo you like best and get a big 5x7 color print free. Bring the negative and bag receipt to Ray and Derrick, and the 5x7 enlargement is free from Ray and Derrick drugstores.
Your 2 for 1 photo store.
Tom says yes, more rain tonight. Let's find out about it. Tom?
Okay, thank you, Nolan. It's happening now. More heavy downpours moving through Pennsylvania because of a front we've been talking about all week that has become stalled right over the state. And some heavy thunderstorms as well are mixed in with some of that rainfall. Here in this backyard, in the past 24 hours, we've measured just over 3 1/3 inches of rain. Just an incredible amount of rain that fell last night, and some places have had more than 4 inches of rain in the past couple of days. Very dark clouds on the horizon. I'm waiting for another downpour any moment in the backyard. Let me show you some of the temperature reports and rainfall amounts from across the area. My weather watcher Kimberly Bierman in Lehighton, Carbon County, has 70 degrees, 1.5 inches of rain so far today. John Birkeland out in Danville checks in with 78, 0.7 of an inch there. But look at this, up in Sterling, southern Wayne County, Marcia Crane, 70 degrees, 4.5 inches of rain in the past couple of days. So, and there's more on the way. Currents coming up next. I got a temperature here of 73 degrees and a humidity of 91%. The wind is calm and the barometer is at 29.96 and it's holding steady. High temperature here today, well, it was up to 67 was the low this morning. 95 and 42 are the records for the date, and the view in the background there is from Williamsport this afternoon down the Susquehanna River. Look how calm it was when that was taken. But a lot of haze, and boy, is it humid out back today. This satellite view is just in. We have Tropical Storm Andrew that has developed off the southeast coast of the U.S. You can see some of the swirl in the cloud cover there. Winds up to 40 miles per hour, and it's just about stationary now. If anything, moving very slowly to the north. High surf advisories out for the Carolinas tonight, and it looks as though that some of this moisture could make it farther up the coast. But as far as the full brunt of Andrew is concerned, it will probably miss us, we hope, but we'll keep watching that. The first storm of the season, though. Here's the band of clouds in line with the stationary front across Pennsylvania, and you can see some of the brighter clouds indicating where the heavy thunderstorms are. Steering winds are coming in from the west, so none of this dry air from up here is going to reach us as we head through the weekend, so the threat of rain is going to continue as the front remains over Pennsylvania. But did you know that a single thunderstorm can dump up to 125 million gallons of water? And that has been happening around here over the past couple of days, and more heavy thunderstorms moving through the area tonight. So more heavy rains are in store. Look at where they are now over the radar. There's the one that my weather watcher reported over Lehighton that dumped all but 1 inch of rain in 15 minutes. More heavy rain now falling over the Poconos and out to the west. More heavy storms moving our way, so the potential is going to continue for flooding overnight, especially in small streams and in poor drainage areas. Some roads may become flooded out over the next about 24 hours, especially in those low areas, and some of the small streams too. If you live near a stream, keep an eye on it, especially if you get hit with one of these heavy downpours. Flooding in places tonight, 66, another very muggy night. Duryea, Burlington 63, Broadheadsville about 69 tonight, and a few flickers of lightning once again. They're out there. State College about 66 tonight, and the breeze will be very light east to south overnight. Here's the sunrise time for tomorrow morning, and that will occur at 5:31. 8:34 is your sunset tomorrow. Overnight, some patches of fog, some heavy downpours, maybe a thunderstorm coming through. 66 here. Now, I think that most of tomorrow morning should be rain-free, but it will be a cloudy day, no sun tomorrow. Another very warm and muggy Saturday, 77 the high. More showers will be developing, though, in the afternoon and into Saturday night. Now, on Sunday, some sunshine, 83, but a very good chance of more thunderstorms developing Sunday afternoon. And wouldn't you know it, Monday looks to be the nicest day of the next 3.
Sounds like we're going to play hooky again.
Yeah, sounds good.
We'll have an update on the flooding situation.
And Albie Action Writer is in for Tim Carlson on the Sports Watch. Next.
Tonight, Albie will have a preview of tomorrow's Miller 500 at the Pocono Raceway.
Announcing the classic Cadillac for 1986, the rear-wheel drive Fleetwood Brougham. Styling that's every inch a Cadillac. Inches that add up to the longest regular production car. Plus full-size comfort for 6 adults and their luggage. And new for Brougham, a powerful 5-liter V8. If you think big, think about the classic Cadillac, the new 1986 Brougham.
See your Cadillac Super Network dealer today.
Hey there, laddie. Now there's an easier way. With press-in-place caulk from 3M. Just unroll, press in place, and remove liner.
Hey, that looks great.
Aye, and no mess. And press-in-place caulk will last for 20 years. Our 3M will replace it free.
Wanna buy a used caulking gun?
There's just one rule for doing it yourself. Don't do it yourself without 3M.
Albie Oxenrider is in for Tim Carlson tonight on the Sports Watch, and I know a big area event is coming up this weekend. So.
Yes, and we're keeping our fingers crossed. The rain has already started, and we hope it doesn't continue into the weekend. That would be bad news. Keeping crossed because with this year's three-day format, really not a whole lot of room to fool around. It's the Miller 500 at Pocono International Raceway, and the busy schedule started today with practice runs. Sports Watch 16's Jay Christopher has this report from Long Pond.
It was practice day at Pocono Raceway. The fans came early to see the top drivers on the Grand National Circuit. They came to see Allison, Elliott, Earnhardt, and Bonnet. And of course they came to see the legend, King Richard Petty, who'll be starting his 999th NASCAR race on Sunday. 1985 was the year of Bill Elliott. Not so this year. 10 drivers have shared the checkered flag this year, and I asked Dale Earnhardt and Bobby Allison why that's so.
Well, the sponsors mainly, the competitiveness of the cars have gotten better because the sponsors are there and the money's there. So that's made things better.
The competitors, pick one. They're 25 good cars this year. 25 that actually I think would be capable of winning a race under the right circumstances. And with 10 winners already in 13 races this season, it shows what kind of competition is going on out there.
And what's it like for Bill Elliott, who won a pocket full of championships last year, and this year he's been shut out?
Things change. This is 1986. Last year was 1985. I feel like if you come into this sport and if you can win 4 races a year, you've had a heck of a year. Last year we did some things. We capitalized on a lot of other people's mistakes. This year some people have capitalized on my mistakes.
Saturday, they'll run for the pole position for Sunday's Miller 500. 40 drivers seeking to get the major share of a purse worth almost $500,000. I'm Jay Christopher, Sports Watch 16.
And stay tuned to Channel 16 straight through the weekend for complete coverage of the Miller 500, including the time trials, which will be tomorrow. We hope it doesn't rain. Houston Rockets beat Boston by 15 points last night, and with that, they cut the championship series lead to 3-2. The most amazing thing of all is the fact that Houston won without All-Star center Ralph Sampson. He was ejected from the game early in the second quarter for punching Boston's Jerry Seastings. The fight cleared both benches, and when they finally got things going again, Houston takes over. Star of the game, Akeem the Dream Olajuwon, 32 points, 14 rebounds, and 8 blocked shots. Rockets win it 111-96.
We've persevered through a lot of tough times. The first 2 games in Boston, the tough luck loss in Game 4, and this team has endured a lot of things, and we think it's a magical season that it's meant to be, and we think we're going to make history by winning 2 in Boston.
That's Houston's Jim Peterson. Game 6 in the best of 7 will be Sunday afternoon at the Boston Garden, a place where the Celtics have not lost in 40 straight games. Baseball last night, San Diego veteran Steve Garvey ejected for the first time in his 18-year career. He argued a triple play call. It happened in the 3rd. Zane Smith to Hubbard and over to first to Bob Horner. He goes home to Ozzie Virgil. Garvey thought Virgil missed the tag on Bip Roberts, so he gets the boot along with manager Steve Boros. It was the Braves' first triple play since 1978. If you look at the replay, he definitely touches the plate. Unseeded Swede Michael Pernfors has advanced to the men's final at the French Open. Today, Pernfors upset 8-seeded Henry Lecomte of France 2-6, 7-5, 7-6, and 6-3. Lecomte started off strong, but his momentum was stopped after a rain delay. Pernfors took advantage of the rest. He becomes the first unseeded player to reach the French Open final since Mats Wilander did it in '82. Also today, Yvonne Lendl is a winner. He will play on Sunday in the finals. Women's finals will be tomorrow. We'll have the highlights of that one and a complete report from Long Pond, PA, plus the Belmont Stakes.
All right, you've got a busy weekend.
And who are you taking in the Belmont?
I'm going to pick Ferdinand only because he's the favorite. That's easy, right?
That's easy. Sounds good to me.
Absolutely. Thanks, Albie.
Okay.
ABC and World News Tonight is next. For the team, thank you for joining us.
Enjoy your evening.
Newswatch 16 wants to hear from you. Call 1-800-533-NEWS. Toll free from anywhere in Pennsylvania. Call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 1-800-533-NEWS.